But let's now talk about how all of these cues really impact us, as well as all of the important domestic cues that came through. Our research team is here to prep you up for the final trading session this week. We have Nigel, Vivek and Surbhi all now with the trade set up. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Vivek, coming to you now. You know, the global markets all through this week have really lent us quite the supporting hand.
Well, absolutely right. Even today, the handover has been very strong. Like you mentioned, the US markets ending in the green, Nasdaq at the highest level since April 2022. European markets 200 with quite strong gains. In fact, DAX up almost 0.7%. However, crude oil prices, they continue to gain traction and now at a 3-month high. So Brent futures now trading well above the $80 a barrel mark, 81.36 it where it closed yesterday. However, coming to the Indian markets, a bit of worry, last couple of trading sessions, what we've seen is that in the last hour of the trading session, we are seeing significant selling pressure. So yesterday's gains were almost entirely wiped out. So Nifty closing near the flat line after the sell-off that we saw in the last hour of the trading session. Banking stocks once again underperformed. And surprisingly, the Nifty IT index was one of the top gainers despite the muted set of results from TCS as well as HCL Tech. TCS, in fact, amongst the top gainers. Even the metal pack did very well, lending support as far as the market action was concerned, as well as the breadth. This was on account of the stimulus expected from the China. Now, when you're talking about the broader markets breadth was largely in favor of declines yesterday. And again, that will be one important factor to watch out for going ahead. In terms of results reactions, watch out for the result reaction from Wipro. The company delivered its results yesterday. Today, one important number to keep an eye out for would be Bandhan Bank, as well as some of the other mid-cap companies too would be delivering their results today.
All right, Vivek, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those cues. Let's talk about the individual stocks as well. Surbhi is here with that list. And Surbhi, like Vivek was pointing out, the key number yesterday was Wipro.
That's correct. So Wipro firstly reported a weak set of numbers. It was in line with the muted expectations. The constant currency revenue growth was down nearly 2.8% versus a guidance of -1% to -3%. Next on my radar is Angel One. It was an operationally strong quarter, but profitability was impacted due to a one-off expense in employee expense. The revenue was down nearly 2% sequentially. PAT was down 17% sequentially. Tata Metallics, the revenue was down 2.5% on a year-on-year basis. Margins came in at 5.4% versus 3.6% same time last year. Patanjali Foods, the company is not going to exercise the green shoe option for the OFS issue. They will go ahead with just the base issue. Spark is also on my radar. US FDA issues a complete response letter for the new drug application for the drug under development PDP 716. And lastly, GMR Power is also on my radar. The company's got an order to install and maintain nearly 76 lakh smart meters in Uttar Pradesh.
All right, Surbhi, thanks a lot for taking us through all of that stock-specific action. Let's talk about all of the cues from the futures and options space. Nigel is here with exactly that. Nigel, we were just talking about this earlier, that towards the end of the trading session, we saw a bulk of the gains wiped out. How's it looking this morning?
Well, morning, Pavitra. What you also said was that the dollar index is weaker, and I think that's a big positive from a global standpoint and from an emerging market perspective. The cooling off of the dollar index, well, that's going to hold us in good stead. So that's a positive. Moving to the point that you made, right? The Nifty, it appears we're afraid of heights because at higher levels, the Nifty gets a little bit jittery. Can we end this week conquering that 19,500 odd mark? In 5 out of the last 6 sessions, well, we have gone there, but we can't hold it. And the next plate should come up for you. Every time we have gone to that level, but we have come off anything between 80 to around 150 points or thereabouts. Will today be the day? The bulls will be hoping so. The FIs, well, after a while, they added short positions, close to around 10,000 short contracts, and I like that. I want more shorts in the system. If there is any kind of good news, then we'll see a bit of a short covering bounce, and this market was devoid of any kind of shorts. In terms of positioning, well, you have long positions still at around 69% odd. I'd like that number to come down a little bit. Remember, when it went to the mid-70s odd, a bit of, complacency was coming about from the bullish perspective. 2 strikes I'm highlighting, 19,500 call and 19,500 put. Given that the 19,500 put, well, that is still very active at premiums around 125 rupees approximately. Gives you your first stop loss, 19,375 odd. But if it's a short straddle in place, that is, you write the 19,500 call as well as put, you pocket close to around 200 rupees odd, then the important support zone will be 19,300, 19,375. On the upside, we face resistance at around 19,550, so that's going to be important. The implied opening is a positive start to the tune of around 40-50 points odd. Let's see if we can hold on to that. But will today be the day when we go past the 19,500, or does the Nifty want to consolidate for a little longer? Well, time will tell. Back to you.
All right, let's wait by and see if that happens. Nigel, thanks a lot for getting us all of those cues. We do need to get into a short break, but on the side, like we told you, Wipro reported a weak set of Q1 earnings. We're going to get you the fine print as well as some management commentary when we come back.